I honestly don't know where to start this whole episode because the last few days, in fact, the last few weeks, have been so bloody chaotic. I have actually forgotten who I am as a person, and I've also kind of weirdly found my way back to myself, which I guess is the way life works, especially when you're an adult. And I just have to say that I'm not a big fan. I literally cried yesterday over the fact that things haven't been going my way. And yes, I am a huge believer of divine timing and good things take time and basically the right timing for everything in your life. Like that does exist. But lately it's just been one lesson after the other and I'm so sick of it. It's about damn time some things start going my way. Like something has to go my way. Like I'm so sick of life overriding my plans. And I get it. Like, I get it because the only thing that I can control is the input and not the output, not the result. But there should be some positive result, right? You know what I mean? We're well into the second half of the year. It's October now. So we just have like 2-3 months until the new year starts. So again, I was just sitting and reflecting on how much I've actually achieved. Uh, you know, uh, Whatever I had set out to fulfill for the year 2024. Like a fool, I just kept telling myself that, oh, 2024 is my year, 2024 is my year. Nothing. Nothing. I haven't even had one moment of peace this whole year. I've had a lot of great fun days, but none of it has been peaceful. So I started the year with so much hope, so many plans, and realistic plans. I did not write anywhere or I didn't plan anywhere that, oh, I want to go on a world tour or, um, I want to meet the love of my life this year, whatever. I'm not saying that these are not realistic, achievable goals, but I just didn't see that happening for me anytime soon. If I have to wrap up the top three moments or top three achievements of this entire year, the first thing obviously would be to experiment more creatively, to learn new art forms, expand my boundaries mentally and physically in terms of skills, in terms of learning new things, reading more, exploring more, talking to more people, exchanging thoughts in a very open minded way. The third thing that I would say is probably one of my greatest achievements this year would be to accept myself the way I am. And I know this is something that's so basic. That's like one of the first things that come up in your journey towards growth, in your journey towards healing, in your journey towards self love, whatever. But you are not something that's very lateral or linear, something that's very simple. Every individual has so many layers, so many complexities in their personality. Actually, no, wait. Some people are blessed with the capacity to be very layered, complex human beings. So it's not something that you can accept on a single go or at one time. You need time. You need different kinds of levels of experience with yourself, like of knowing yourself, to actually accept you for who you are. Like I said, we're well into the second half of the year, and obviously, some things have gone great, like some things have gone really well, but there have been a few things that I have kind of put on the back seat, things that are actually important. I'm not saying that the other things weren't important, but these are the things that could potentially fix my life. So, if I had to sum it up in top three or top five, let's say the first thing would be definitely to work out more, to be consistent with living a healthy life, eating better. Actually, no, I did eat slightly better than last year, and considering my capacity and my love for junk food, I did do a lot better, but still, I could have definitely been more mindful of what I eat and how I kind of take care of myself. So that's one thing. The second thing would be to follow a routine. People who know me know that I struggle so much with my sleep cycle. And it's not something that's very superficial, like, haha, I like sleeping the whole day. No, it's not funny. I genuinely cannot wake up in the morning. Like, I physically cannot wake up in the morning. I simply lack the will to do that. It's not even about discipline, it's not even about, routine. I simply do not have the will, the physical strength to do that. I think it took me a considerable amount of time to truly accept that there is a difference between doing something and being something. What I mean by that is that on one hand, you can do all the right things. You can follow a routine, you can, check off your to do list, you can eat the right things, you can basically do everything that is supposedly right on paper, but that doesn't equate to you being a good person, or it doesn't necessarily mean that you will be seeing the desired results. Why? Because there is a difference in following, let's say, a healthy lifestyle, in doing healthy things, as opposed to being a healthy person or being a person that makes healthy choices. I know it sounds a little complicated, but there is a difference. And this is actually what was talked about in the book Atomic Habits as well. And when I look back at the list of things that I couldn't achieve this year, or things that I couldn't do as well as I wanted to throughout 2024, there's a big reason that comes up. And that reason is simply the fear of consistency, or actually, fear in general. For most of us, it happens at a deeper level. That fear is something that keeps us from being the person that we want to be. Because in today's day and age, it's not very difficult to find the right kind of resources, or the right kind of opportunities, or the right kind of direction at the very least, because we have so many things around us. We have so much information, we have so many different kinds of people. So if we really wanted to change something about our life, it wouldn't be such a Herculean task. In some cases, it could be a fear of consistency, a fear of monotony, a fear of doing the same thing over and over again, because you'll probably get bored. For me, I don't even know what the fear is. I think it's a fear of getting out of my comfort zone, which is very weird because I kind of push myself all the time, but I still feel like the things that I'm doing to expand my boundaries are also well within my comfort zone. You know what I mean? That if I push myself to socialize more, that's because socializing in itself, as an umbrella concept, as an umbrella term or activity, is something that I'm quite comfortable with. I think another thing that I could add to the list of fears could be the fear of rejection, or the fear of mockery, or simply the fear of not being accepted. I have a lot of people around me who have that fear. I mean, there's FOMO, and then there's like a step above FOMO. I think there could be many, many more, but I've already spent more than half of the year stopping myself subconsciously. It happens very quietly. You don't even realize that, oh, this is why it's happening, but it does. And you realize it much later. I'm grateful that I realized it before the year ended. I know there's nothing hard and fast about this in the sense that, oh, I have to finish these XYZ things before the year ends. There's there's no such rule. But because I set those realistic goals and I gave myself enough time to achieve those realistic goals, I think it would be nice that I at least try to push myself to fulfill them. I'm sure a lot of you have been seeing posts on Instagram or different social media platforms about winter arc, this whole period from October till the end of December. It's so crucial. Not only because, the year's ending and, you kind of push yourself one last time, but also because you've spent enough time to reflect on what went well and what didn't. So now, if you have to finish the last lap, you know what to change. You know what to do more of and what to completely cut off. That, okay, this thing worked, this thing didn't work for me. So I think the next 3 months, I'm going to focus on my winter arc. Finally, jump onto things head first, blindly like a fool. Jump into things that have been a little difficult for me, things that I've been a little scared of doing for whatsoever reason. Because I know that, at least in my case, the things that I've been kind of neglecting, the things that I've been procrastinating on, these are the things that could potentially change my entire life. It's time, I think, for me and all of us to get rid of this fear, this weird baggage, this inexplicable resistance that has been kind of holding us back in many, many ways. So, at least at the end of this year, we can look back and say with complete confidence that I tried. I tried my best. Because the only thing that you can control at the end of the day is the input, not the output.